Hey guys, we're The Sound, and today we're right here with the CCM Cafe. We started writing the album back in January of 2021, and when that started kind of coming together, we kind of asked ourselves a question. We were like, how do we see God move in our everyday lives? And we wanted to write some music that was kind of reflective of that, just this everyday music for everyday people. And so we ended up writing this music and starting to compile this album, and it really took about a year and a half to really get it where we wanted it. And right now we just released it, and we're kind of happy with. Well, no, we're really happy.
We're really happy.
It turned out the way we wanted it to, and it was a special album to make. We were really pleased with how the first album was received, and what we wanted to do is we wanted to obviously take a step forward. The first album, that's always an experimental time, where you're kind of making this album, you're kind of figuring out what sticks. So we figured out what we felt worked the best on the first album, and we expanded on that for the second album, which was an interesting process, but it was a necessary process. So we were thrilled with how the first album was received, and we were excited to take some of the things that worked really well, expand on them, and move forward. Well, the next few months are going to be exciting. We've got some new music, obviously, in God is Real, and some other surprises coming up over the summer that we can't wait to share with everybody. But we do have some surprises in store, and we are working all the time to make content and make things for our fans and people who are listening to the music. So we enjoy it, and we have a good time doing that. And a lot of our time, even though the music is out, a lot of our time for the next little bit is going to be occupied by making some more things for people to enjoy. So the first single that we chose for the record was God is Real. And there was something really interesting that happened with that song. So we had written the song. The album was written. We were just about to start recording the album. So the writing process was over. And we played a show in Ohio, just outside of Columbus. Which, side note, we're from Michigan, so we were in Columbus because they need Jesus, but we were in Columbus.
Some folks might say we were in enemy territory,
but
we love the people in Ohio.
We do. But we were in Columbus, and we were doing a show, and there was a guy came up to me afterwards, about my age, 24, and he said, "Hey, I want to talk to you. You talked about following Jesus in your show." And he said, "Well, it's just not that easy." And he goes, I've got some questions for you. I said, "All right, well, I'd be glad to talk with you." He began to share a little bit of his story. His mom had given him up when he was born, and he had gone, eventually had been put with his dad, and who put him in church until he was around 8 years old. And then his dad left the church to practice witchcraft. And he was never in church after that, but he remembered all the stories. And he was talking with me. He said, "Listen, I know all of this stuff. I've heard it before." And he said, "But you were talking about how you've seen these incredible things. You've seen people healed. You've seen people raised from the dead, everything. How do I know?" He goes, "I've never seen anything like that. How do I know that God is real?" I mean, he said it just like that, verbatim. And I kind of started to smile because I remembered that we had just written this song. But before I could even answer his question, his mama started talking, because his mom, they had just reconnected, and she was the one who invited him to church that day. And she had been listening to this conversation, and she said, "Because of me." She said, "Because you have no idea who I was, what I had done, what I was involved in, but Jesus saved me, changed my life, and I'm not the same as I was before. I'm totally different inside and out, and there's no other explanation for that but God." And so I just kind of, in that moment, it was a really incredible thing to witness, but it was an interesting moment with God, because the words to the chorus of this single are, "I know that God is real, because His glory is revealed in the heart of everyone who just believes. He still saves and changes lives, and there's no way to deny the difference that He made inside of me. It's more than just emotion that I feel. God is real." And it was just it was like that song came to life right there in that venue that day, and it was a really cool experience. So First of all, thanks to the CCM Cafe for having us here today, because this is a great experience. This is awesome. We love y'all, and we're glad to be here. We are on Instagram at Reel the Sound. We're on Facebook. If you search The Sound and hit pages, you'll see our picture. You can follow us there as well. We're on all sorts of things. We're online all the time. We post a lot of content. On Facebook in particular, we do live videos every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Instagram, we're active all the time. We've got a lot of cool content there. Our website is www.thesound.org. You can find out more there, and you can come see us on tour, and we look forward to seeing all of you soon.